everyone, and welcome to Season 4, Episode 13 of Pro Wrestling's Top 50. I'm your host, Travis McNeil, and today we continue our countdown of the top 50 matches in Lucha Underground history with match number 38 on our list, which is a match for the Lucha Underground Trios Championships between the champions, the Worldwide Underground of Johnny Mundo, PJ Black, and Jack Evans against Fenix, Drago, and Aero from the July 20th, 2016 edition of Lucha Underground, which was Ultima Lucha Dos Part 3. This match is just an insanely fun trios match, which Lucha Underground was in a really good run with that. So we talked about it a little bit before, but they introduced in Season 1 that instead of having tag team championships that would go, very traditional Lucha style and have trios championships. We had a tournament to crown the first champions in Season 1. In Season 2, we had another tournament where the champions would have to defend the titles throughout it. And Dario Cueto, much like how he originally paired the initial champions together, whom were Son of Havoc and Helico and Ivelisse, the tournament in Season 2 had a lot of mismatched teams once again. One of those teams was the team of Jack Evans, the Darewolf PJ Black, who you might know as Justin Gabriel from the WWE, as well as Fenix. Obviously, Fenix being a face, the other two being heels, they didn't jive together very well, and they fell apart during that tournament in the finals. This would lead to Johnny Mundo, who we've talked about in Season 1, as one of the faces of the company, always around that title picture. In Season 2, he would kind of come out of the title picture a little bit, and he would form the Worldwide Underground with Evans, Black, and his girlfriend Taya Valkyrie. So coming into Ultima Lucha Dos, they had won the Trios Championships from Rey Mysterio, Prince Puma, and El Dragon Azteca Jr. We had a feud ongoing between Black and Evans, Drago, and Aerostar. Mundo, of course, got involved. Fenix got involved, and that's what brought us to this trios match. They did a really good job hyping this match up over the couple of weeks leading into Ultima Lucha Dos. They had various matches between all of them. So like I mentioned, just an incredibly fun trios match. You have some great high flyers in here. Fenix, Drago, and Aerostar were three faces of the company, kind of those unique, AAA luchadors that really came to prominence through the Lucha Underground program. They would make the rounds on the independents. They, all competed in the Battle of Los Angeles. They were the three that comprised, the Lucha Underground team in the Chikara's King of Trios that year, and they would ultimately win over the Bullet Club of AJ Styles and the Young Bucks in the finals. So they were everywhere, it seemed, in 2016, 2015. So, they were a great trio, to strap up with the trios titles and carry those for the company. And the Worldwide Underground were great foils for them. This match, like I said, it's fast-paced. Some of the sequences in it are incredible. Aerostar is someone that I feel is kind of underrated because he didn't have the U.S. longevity as guys like, Fenix and Pentagon did coming out of the program. He's also a guy that, doesn't always hit everything super, super cleanly, and a lot of that has to do with his ambition. He is so creative. He tries so many crazy, crazy things. They don't always work out, but in the Lucha Underground, taped environment, it's perfect because anything that he doesn't hit perfectly, they can easily edit out, and he is a force to be reckoned with in this match. The opening of this contest is just, quick-paced, in and out, guys hitting moves, tagging out. But Aerostar really shines with some incredible moves and sequences, some of which I've never seen replicated. One of the moves he does is so fantastic. He's on the ring apron, and he springboards in, but he actually springboards off the middle rope, but from the outside of the middle rope. So not springing off the top, but on the middle while he's on the outside. Incredibly, incredibly difficult. He comes over the ropes, propelling himself, and does a complete 360 into a body press, kind of like Blake Christian's Ilya move that he would do. And he hits it so cleanly. It's absolutely perfect. We eventually get a tease of triple dives, and referee Rick Knox, kind of does the old, referee cliche of stopping them from doing the dives. This allows the Worldwide Underground to capitalize, take over, and slow things down. And from here, we get the spots really built up well, and it all leads to an absolutely insane sequence where Fenix propels Drago up into a Hurricane Rana off the ring apron to the floor on PJ Black. After that happens, Aerostar hits an Avalanche Canadian Destroyer on Johnny Mundo. Aerostar then climbs up on Fenix's shoulders, who climbs up the ropes and is standing on the middle rope, and Aerostar proceeds to hit a dive off Fenix's shoulders to the pile of bodies on the floor, and Fenix follows that up with a frog splash onto Johnny Mundo, who's still down from the Canadian Destroyer, and it's only good for 2. The crowd is unglued. It is a crazy sequence that my words probably don't do justice, and it was just bang, 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 and it was all really, really spectacular. Something that I really liked here is, we kind of get used to, heels taking over, and if you're used to those, old Michinoku Pro, multi-man matches with Kai and Tai Deluxe, you'd see that the heels often have these great triple team, maneuvers. They flipped the script in this one where it's the faces that have all of these great triple teams that they use on Johnny Mundo. It leads to Fenix hitting a springboard 450 splash. It looks like it's going to be enough, but the referee gets pulled out and hit. This allows the Worldwide Underground to, do their heelish stuff. We get belt shots aplenty, including a triple belt shot on Rey Fenix. Great near fall because the referee, kind of just comes in and just gets the 2, and the Worldwide Underground proceeds to beat the new referee down again. And they do something that's so hokey, but it works so great for them, where they all play like Hulk Hogan style, or Kyle O'Reilly style, if you will, air guitar on their belts. But because it's Lucha Underground, they add in like a air guitar sound effect. It's so cheesy and bad, but it works so great. They hit Ragnarok, which was the BDK's finisher in Shikara, kind of like a double crucifix where one guy runs through the middle and flips the opponent over onto his back. They hit that, they pose, and they're just getting insane heat from the crowd. Everything is working perfectly, and it leads to a really, really great moment where Johnny Mundo looks to finish things off and go for, Starship Pain, which he called the end of the world in Lucha Underground, and it leads to the return of Angelico. So like I mentioned, Angelico was one of the original Trios champions. He was sidelined with a really, really bad knee injury. He was gone for quite a while. Storyline purposes, it was, perpetrated by the Worldwide Underground. So he comes back with a crutch to get his revenge, and he takes Johnny Mundo out with the crutch. We finally get the payoff for the dives after the referee cut that off earlier. Drago hits a great tornado. Aerostar, he hits like this signature dive of his where it's almost like an inverted shooting star press. Sexy Eddie used to do Total Ecstasy. If you know that move, it's kind of the same deal. But he does it as a springboard, almost like a lion salt to the floor. So he's doing the springboard off the middle rope while facing the ring. And then he proceeds to jump backwards while flipping forward with a complete somersault. He pulls that off beautifully. And Angelico takes Black and Evans out with more cane shots. That allows Fenix to put away Johnny Mundo with a Fire Thunder Driver for 3. And we have new Lucha Underground Trios champions. Just a super fun match. This is peak Worldwide Underground, who were a great staple of Lucha Underground. Fenix, Drago, and Aerostar, this, helped catapult them. And like I said, they were making the rounds, for, repping the Lucha Underground brand at this time. A great return for Angelico, some jaw-dropping moves, a great hot crowd. This is everything you want. And it was a great Ultima Lucha, Lucha Underground's WrestleMania Starcade, whatever you want to call it. It was a great match fitting of that season finale show. Lucha Underground, of course, depending on where you live, you might be able to find it on Tubi, but if not, you can Google it. You can find these episodes pretty easily. You can subscribe to my channel here on YouTube so that you don't miss a video. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter at Wrestling50, and please join me again tomorrow as we continue to count down Pro Wrestling's Top 50.